It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Titans and the reigning AFC champs, and it's coming up next.
With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Cincinnati Bengals. Evan McPherson about ready to get this going as we are underway now from Paul Brown Stadium. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And running with power here. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play there on the first play of the game. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans on just 2 plays have taken the lead. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 7-0. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And this one's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Touchdown, Bengals! What a great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Now this defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field, because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throws right side, and that's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He gets it to Thomas. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Looking downfield for Jones. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So pass interference the call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Now it's Tannehill. Thomas brings it in. Touchdown! Logan Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Prater for the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Bengals getting set to go. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture. Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And got his man complete. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down. Bulldozes past him. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal. Touchdown, Bengals! Taysom Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. And I don't know what more they need to see of him than what we're going to see in this player montage. He's been great. Why aren't they winning this game, I guess, is the question. It is a good question, isn't it? Remember the time we spent with them in practice? The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads. Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points. Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Running from the gun with Henry. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. Now Tannehill. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Shoves him aside. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A give to Henry. Powering forward and shutting him off. Now open field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. It's complete to Brown, right side.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time.
And it's a Titans touchdown. Logan Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Prater. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Tennessee score. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away from the 6. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Bengals.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. On 2nd and 7, Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, Tannehill got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there on the catch and run. Boy, A.J. Brown, one of the best in the NFL with the ball in his hands, and there's another example why.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Here's Tannehill. Touchdown! Drew Sample, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Prater for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
From the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? The ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Escaping the pressure right. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. Burrow on play action. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. On first down, it's Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Second down and 3. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Tannehill on first down. Looking sideline, incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 42. Now Tannehill. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Campbell. That catch good for only a couple. Second down and 8. Again, Tannehill. Back to the same target, Campbell. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Tannehill. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw once more on second and 10. Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Prater's kick is good. And they have regained the lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just want to run past it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. 1 second, all that remains. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Now Joe Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Flushed out right. Had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. On 3rd down, Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They'll run with Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field. He wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
Play action. It's Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Nixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 2nd and 7, Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. It's Cox. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
To throw again on 2nd down, Tannehill. He's got his man. That's Sample, the tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 26. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Drew Sample, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. Burrow on 3rd down, sliding out of the pocket. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run for it with Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Bengals. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Mixon again. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the fourth. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Derrick Henry. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Tannehill. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. A big play that time for the Titans.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. This is Henry. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 78 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Henry. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Prater for the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Burrow giving it to Mixon on the option, and he's got a Bengals 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 42. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And Monty Rice there on the tackle. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick. Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Burrow. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. To throw, Burrow. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. An option handoff here to Mixon. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Burrow going to keep it on the sneak. And he's across for a touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. McPherson now for the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.